Hey everyone, how are you today? Welcome to another Inking Idaho Facebook Live. Today we're gonna make cupcakes. We've turned into a cooking channel, did you know that? Just kidding. We're gonna make paper cupcakes. Look how cute these are. Just fill them full of little candies. So let me take one off and I'll show you. Okay, so just one, oops, that's high. One little cupcake on a little flower. Just like that, the top. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna move you forward and tilt you down so that we can talk about what we're doing. So hold on. All right, let's get ourselves zoomed in here a little bit. I think that's probably good enough. All right, we are going to be playing with some of the products that are on the banners and bows special. There we go. Wow, that was a good intro, wasn't it? So for this month, we have the banners and bows bundle, and you get all the dies that are included on the flyer, but you get the Amaze die cut machine absolutely free. So that's this one right here. So this is the Amaze. This is the standard 6-inch die cutting machine. And we're just clearing it out at Fun Stamper's Journey because we're getting ready for a new model. So if you purchase the bundle, which includes the dies to make the banner for, or the pennants for the banner, the Create a Bow, the gift card sleeve, the cupcake liner that we're going to use today, the bread tag, which I've used 500,000 times, and a craft glue, for $89.70, you get this die cut machine absolutely free. It is shipped separately, and there is a little bit different shipping on it. I think it's $12 or $15 flat rate shipping because it's super heavy, but it's free. It's absolutely free. So it's $139 value. So not bad. If you're going to order some of this stuff anyway, you might as well get it while it's free. Alrighty, so let's jump right in to today's project. We are going to make cupcakes. And this is the cupcake liner that is on the die that's on the little sale this month. This is just a regular parchment cupcake liner. And then we're using the flower to create a cute little top. Now what you would do with this is you would fill it with candies. You can fill it with jelly beans, you can fill it with, you know, covered candies. You could put a real cupcake in it if it was not too tall, you know. I wouldn't, but you could. And then it just sits over like that. So when you have a cute little stand like this, then they all fit in there and it makes such a cute little presentation. And I think you're going to be surprised at how easy these are. So let's go ahead and get started. The die that we're going to use first is the cupcake liner, and this individually is DI0055. And this is what it looks like. Easy peasy, solid piece of metal. All right, so we're going to run this one off first on some cocoa powder paper. Cocoa powder is the color of this dark brown. And we are going to use the Amaze machine that is free this month. All right, so we're going to put our paper down. We're going to put the die on top of it. Probably if I wasn't doing this in a hurry, I would be a little more conservative with my paper. If you put them on diagonally, you can get several of them out of a piece of paper. Let me line up my plates here so that we know what we have. Well, hold on. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing here. How funny is that? All right, let's see what we get. Oh yeah, I forgot how this thing slides. I gotta push it through and hold on to my paper so I don't slide away. Oh, we are off to such a great start today, aren't we? All right, we did it, we cut it. All right, let's put this little guy away. I will take this die off, and I know I have a little bit of trimming to do because I slid it while it was in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. We're going to tuck this one under anyway. And throw this paper away. Well, no, we should probably recycle it or do something else out of it, right? All right, I'm going to use this one that I pre-cut earlier because I've already put a teeny tiny mark on it as to where it needs to be adhered. All right, so to put this together, as you can see, there are parts of it that line up. So as you roll it around, this little edge right here, you can see where it fits right into that scallop. Fits perfectly. Well, I'm actually going to turn it over one more so that it's a little bit tighter. Because these are decorative, we're not going to use them, you know, like for real. So I'm just going to make it a little bit tighter so that it will fit on the flower a little bit better. So all I'm doing is folding it over one little scallop. And then I'm going to put some liquid glue on it. I like to use liquid glue because it adheres a little bit better. It's super strong and it just stays tighter. I find that sometimes when I'm doing things that are dimensional, the adhesive, like a white liner tape or something, it kind of pops open after a little while, and that's just frustrating to me. So we are going to put some clothespins on this. Make sure it stays closed and round. Just going to hold this for a second until it adheres on the inside. Okay, it is dry and ready to go. It's literally ready to go. So we're just going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you the die that we're going to use to make the flowers with. In the annual catalog, we're using the Summer Bouquet die. It's a steel rule die, and it has 2 different kinds of flowers and 2 different kinds of leaves and 2 of each leaf. So you have a big and a small of both sizes of leaves. So this is it. This is the SR0017 on page 287 for those of you who are interested. And it's identified here with a P. So all of the dies that are identified with a P are go in our platinum machine, which is the 8-inch wide die cut machine, which is super cool. You can use it interchangeably with every other die also, but not every other die can be used interchangeably with the smaller machine. So this is the steel rule die. It's got the little indexing on it. And this is what it looks like. So we're going to cut these flowers right here on the edge with our platinum machine. So let's hope for a little better luck holding this thing down. All right, so this is the platinum machine. It weighs 14 pounds. It is super heavy, super industrial. It folds up for easy carrying and comes with plates and a magnetic platform. It comes with the magnetic platform already. The whole thing is magnetic. And 2 plates that are brand new. They're not well loved like this one. All right, so we're gonna put this in here. I'm going to lay this right on top of the 3 flowers that I want. I know we're out of frame just a little bit, but you'll see it when we get done. This machine is huge. It's taking up all the room, but it just rolls so easy and so smooth. I love this machine. Plus, like I said, it's 14 pounds. It's heavy. It is not going to walk across your table when you use it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these sides up. Pull up the handle and take this guy down here. Oh, and by the way, should you accidentally step that on your toe, set it on your toe, oh yeah, hurts so bad. You might ask me how I know that, but I would never own it. All right, there we go. So we have our 3 flowers, and I'm just gonna set this aside. No, more like just throw it on the floor, but you know, that's how we roll. Okay, so let's get busy with our flowers. We have 3 different sizes. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take my crease tool and just give them a little bit of a bend. And then just bring these up just to give it some shape. Same thing with this one. Yeah, Deb, it is really nice how it just folds up and you can put it on your shelf and store it so easy. All right, so we'll get that one ready. And then this big one. Give him some shape by putting him down a little bit on the edges. I'm rolling him down like this as opposed to up because I want it to kind of grab onto that cupcake a little bit. So I'm gonna bring this one up just a tad. And we're gonna glue these together. So I'm gonna put some liquid glue and offset this one. Give it a second to sit for a minute. And then a little bit of liquid glue and put this one on top so that it's offset a little bit. And this is what I do like about using liquid glue as well. You guys see me use that an awful lot. I like the fact that it gives you a minute to reposition things if you need to. I really like that feature. You probably didn't know glue had features, right? Well, this one does. Okay, so here is the flower. It's all by its little self with all the layers on it. Now we have to make a cute center. We could use one of the little pieces in the die. We could use a smaller flower. We could use virtually anything we want, but I'm going to use a 1 inch by 11 inch strip of cardstock that I have scored at 1/2 inch right here. And the reason that I scored it at 1/2 inch is because I'm going to put all these little cuts in it, and that's where I want them to stop. I want to fluff it so that they can just cover that. So I'm going to fold it on the score line only so I can see it. It doesn't make any difference. This color of pink is called Watermelon Fusion, by the way. So I'm folding it just so that I can see it a little bit easier. And I'm going to take our fringe scissors and just cut on these right up to that little score line. Now the nice thing about this is you're going to roll it up into a circle. So if you happen to accidentally have cut one of these off, or you cut one wider or one skinnier as you were repositioning, it doesn't matter. It just gets buried in on the inside and you don't see it at all. So I love projects that are a little forgiving. All right, just going to keep going all the way to the end. I might end up cutting some of this off. As I'm doing this, I think I'm remembering that when I made these for our Inking Idaho on the Road display, I might have gone to like 8.5 inch, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so once you have it all with your fringe, look how fast and easy that was with the fringe scissors. Okay, then you're just gonna start rolling it. When you start rolling it, it is kind of flat. Then once you get enough bulk to it, see that, where it's kind of flat? Once you get enough bulk to it, then you're gonna pinch it really hard and turn it into a circle. But you can't do it till you get going just a little bit. And just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. So this is probably about where the 8.5 was if I did on the 8.5 side, but I'm doing it on the 11 side, so we're just going to make it a little bit fuller. Again, it doesn't really matter. Now, because this is rolled up and I'm going to do some serious manipulating with this, I'm going to actually hot glue this end. So you say a prayer while I try not to burn myself. I'm really, really good at that. That's something I have perfected. All right, so we will just glue this together and hang on to it for a second. You want to make sure that it's nice and set because, like I said, we are going to put some pressure on this thing. Okay, good enough? Nothing's coming off? All right, so the first thing you want to do is just kind of bend them out just to get a hold of them, just to separate them. See how you do that? And maybe these are going the wrong way. Maybe some of them need to go over this direction, so you can just kind of pull on it and manipulate it. And if you end up pulling one of these off like a oopsie, it doesn't matter. Just fill it in. Fill it in with something else. Half of these flowers over here have missing petals in them. You would never know. Okay, so once I get it sort of spread out, then I'm going to set it down. And I'm going to literally just kind of lay into it. So just lay into it and flatten it out a little bit more. When you do it this way on the table, it's a little bit more even on both sides. It's unevenly even. How about that? Okay, so just so that it looks about like this. So it looks really ratty and messed up and fun. We're going to cover that little hole right there. Make sure it stays circular. Okay, now all this whole inside is loose. See how those are all coming out? So we're going to glue them all together at once, the same time that we're going to glue it into the flower. So I'm just going to put glue all the way around the inside. Pretty generous amount. Just right there on the inside. And put it right in the center of this flower and just hold it for a second. Hold it till it's dry and it doesn't move. And in the middle, that's a novel idea. There we go. All right, now, once it's on there, I'm gonna fluff it up just a little bit more. Can you see where we have our score line right there? I could literally go down a lot more, so I'm going to. I'm gonna take these outside petals and I'm just gonna bend them down a lot more. Now that I have it on the flower, I can actually see where I need to be. So I'm gonna finish it up here. There we go. So now it looks more like it belongs there and like it's in the center of the flower. Okay, so now we are almost done. This is going to be so fast today. So what I did is I cut out a circle of cardstock just to kind of create a better lid for it so that it doesn't slide so much once I put it on the cupcake liner. So I just picked a circle that was about that size. Now remember, I squished this one in one scallop further than what you would for a real live cupcake. So that's how come I have just a little bit. This is 2 inches. This is a 2-inch circle. So if you did it on the scallop that you're supposed to for a regular cupcake or a larger flower, I would probably go 2.5-inch circle. Does it matter? No, not at all. All right, so we're gonna take a foam square and just put it right here, peel it off, and put the circle on here. And I just liked using the foam square so that we have just a little bit of separation right there, just so that it fits down a little bit better over the flower. So at this point, I'm gonna leave my outside petals down, but if you wanted, you could bend these petals up and make it a little bit more dimensional. So just get your little flower kind of fluffed up and ready to go. And then I would take a cupcake liner, and if you're gonna fill it with something, put it in there. So like you would put your candies in there and it would hold it down a little bit better. So see how that fits right in there? So pretend we have a little weight in there. This is not gonna do it. Okay, so pretend we have a little weight in there. And then you just put your lid on top and you have a cupcake. These will make the cutest little favors, the cutest little everything. So the circle just helps it fit right on there so that it doesn't slide. It gives you a little bit of room to slide, but not much. It really doesn't go anywhere. So that's it. That's all it is to making a paper cupcake. Can you see yourself making a ton of these? I have made a ton of these, believe me. I have made more of these for birthday parties than I care to count. But it makes it so easy with these flowers. You want to do a flower, use a flower that is a little bit larger than the size of the diameter of your cupcake, right? Because you want it to be able to hang over a little bit so that it doesn't slide. Got that? Any questions on that? Cute idea, huh? Love it too. Very cute. So again, I have this cupcake stand that I've used over and over and over, and I just cut all the colors that I thought I liked and put them in here and made all the cupcakes. If I tilt them, they'll all fall off, but you got it, right? So it's just a little cupcake liner thing. It would be cute Mother's Day. Yes, Deb, it would be cute Mother's Day. It would indeed. So these are the circles that I used, the Journey circles, and I just used the 2-inch one. The cool thing about these is it's a cut and a piercing, and a cut and a piercing, and a cut and a piercing. So you can cut and pierce the little dots in them at the same time. I love that feature. I used the cupcake liner die, which happens to be on the Banners and Bows bundle sale this month. So if you purchase this combination of these dies and the glue for $89.70, you get the whole 6-inch die cutting machine free. The Amaze machine is free. Now remember, there's nothing wrong with it. It's brand new. We're just clearing it out because we're getting a new model. So what a great time to get one free. If you're going to do birthday shopping, you're going to do graduation shopping, Christmas shopping, do it while you can get something free. Very cool idea. All right, guys, that's it for today. So there's your cupcakes. Put a couple of them out here so you can see them. Just so fun and bright. Any questions? I know there's a delay on here, but I'll wait for just a second to see if there's any questions. No? It is cute. It is really cute. I have filled them with cookies, little stacks of cookies. If you use the parchment liners, then they don't get that greasy stuff on them. But if you use regular cupcake liners, it does. The cookie grease will come through. So I have filled them with little stacks of cookies, candies. We did one at a church retreat that I did where they put a little necklace in each side of them. So it's the possibilities are endless, endless. Lots of them. Love this one too, little vanilla one. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching today. I will see you next Thursday with another project. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.